Hello everyone, and welcome back to Starnld's Stronghold skirmish videos with W-UNI. Here we have Himmelsdorf in the first of 3 against NOBA clan. NOBA's a pretty good clan. Actually, they're at least twice the clan rating that we have, and a pretty good skirm rating. And you see their lineup, they have 2 heavy tanks, Fury. We have a whole bunch of 30-45s. We have competing light tanks. Yeah, we're going to start by sending our scout to see if he can figure out where they're going, and the rest of us are going to go up here to this little corner. It's a relatively, I'd say, normal start for a lot of clans. And I happened to spot this KV2. He did not see me, which was interesting. Still doesn't see me until I fire. He spots me there. I have Alien up on the corner here with me. So right now we've got a couple of tanks spotted. We have no idea where their light tank is. And the Slappy's going to be working on that. We don't know what the Cromwell's up to. Again, they're not seeing me until I fire here. Gotta make sure I drop my spot before I poke again. And I happen to have our clans already for the game, and I want to pre-aim on this and try to shoot them. Which, if you look at my aiming reticle there, it's got an awful lot of building. Makes it a tough shot. I ask Alien, who's with me, to try to poke that window I was poking in and see if he can spot them. I'd really like to get those heavy tanks artilleried. There they go. I get the shot off, and again, you can see it hit the buildings. Boom, all buildings, no tanks. Now I'm no longer seeing the KV2. They apparently saw me, fired. I hung in there and fired and didn't do anything. Ricocheted, same difference. Now again, we haven't seen the 12T yet. I'm suspecting he's out at the rails at this point, and we have no idea what the Cromwell's doing, but our T-37 is going to go up on the plate and see if he can find stuff. And that there was a case of me poking many times. They already me, and they already did a little better. Okay. Did some damage to Alien, and that 12T spotted Alien and just pretty much tees off. Cracked and finished off by the 12T. Now we're down the tank. Still not feeling too panicked about this. Horrible shot there by me. Again, there one, too many pokes. KV2 fires at me, he missed that time. This was our first battle of the night. I guess I can blame my own performance here on not being warmed up. So that Cromwell's running free. We suspect he's going for cap. We send one tank back. We're not being effective here anyways. Another tank to try to help him, to see if they can get shots into him. I guess he's climbing up the hill. The warn Slappy is coming. Things are slowing down a little bit here. My tank's on the corner, getting shots on the 12T periodically. I try to spot the window. One too many pokes again, same place. They're just sitting there waiting for me to pre-aim. KV2'd. So I should have known that before playing that part. Meanwhile, here we are. We have 2 tanks going after the Cromwell. That's a mistake that I allowed to happen. So we have 2 tanks on the corner, going to try to hold off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks. 2 tanks going to try to get that Cromwell. One of them breaks off to come back because he sees the numbers are bad. At this point, we're down 3 tanks. We're in hurting status anyways. Wasp finally gives up on the Cromwell, and he's going to try to come back and help Mini.
We lost some ammo, but at least it didn't explode.
Mini gets ammo racked there. I think he was, I don't know if that was his second ammo rack or he's going to get another one. He was bitching about being ammo racked. Now the heavy tanks are pushing our other 2 position, but KV2'd anyways. Now this is a good move on their part. Mini fires right here. They see him fire. And they put it around the corner at him.
Our ring is damaged. We can barely turn it.
That's pretty much over. Down 3 tanks. Put up. And on to our last surviving 3045, who gets 5 tanks and really stand a chance. See, now he knows he poked that same corner too many times. Unlike me, who kept poking it, he's going to try to go around and get a different position. And there's got a one-shot tank he can get. Fortunately, I think at the same time somebody pulls out behind him. Yep, there they are. And done. Okay, so same plan again. So that was us versus a couple of heavies on a city map. You saw how well we did there. And now we have a field map, and they have their 2 heavies. So this time, I feel like we have an advantage. We also play this map very well, for some reason. The standard call, light tank can go do his thing, running up the middle, or whatever he feels appropriate doing. He's a really good light tanker, so we kind of let him run free a lot of times. We're going to go hide in the bushes over here on the 1 line. And here we are getting in position. Da-dee-da-da. Drive the tank really fast, really slow. I cut the corner a little more than everybody else, so I get in position first, which none too smart being that I'm the guy with the artillery. And I don't go very far up. We spot the KV-2. Artillery's not up. Nobody's anywhere near being able to shoot at them. Enough line shots in the bushes just in case. If you're well bushed, there's bushes. You have a line of bushes between me and them. Line shots are not a bad idea. I don't think I did any damage here, but I mean, if they're over here, they're going to be in the same position we usually take up over here, so they are susceptible to being blind shot. At this point, I asked everybody to do some blind shots. It can't hurt. That tree itself fell over with one of us. Slappy hasn't seen the 12T in quite some time. He's being a little aggressive over here for us. And he's prepared to make a run down the 3 line for us, but we need to be in position to shoot the stuff that's in the AB area, or it's not worth his while. So we pull up a little bit, cashing a mini way up there. I think we need to pull up a little more to make him be effective. And we're discussing the whole plan right now and what we're going to do. And we know they have those 2 KV2s, so we don't want to blindly push. Scott saw a tree go down there. Scott saw the tree go down. I didn't see it go down, but we're going to blind shot where the tree was. Blind shot the regular bushes because I didn't see where the tree went down. And Slappy's going to go over and try to light whatever was in that tree. Now, that's a pretty aggressive move Slappy just made there, and he didn't get spotted and he didn't spot them, so they are well bushed. Also indicates they're maybe a little further back than a lot of teams play. And again, we haven't seen that 12T for quite some time. Not really panicked about it. We're on this side, he's on that side. He's not going to be able to light us without Slappy seeing him. So So there you see the plan I talked about. Knock out the tree, now we see the lights. There's that shot go. And we are teeing off on them. I'm trying to get an RD shot. KV2s randomly dropped it without them being lit. We did a lot of damage to them there, so we're pushing up. It might be even on tanks, but because we did so much damage, I'm probably pushing up here. Take out one of theirs, one of ours gets KV2'd. And now, knowing that we're pushing, their 12T steps on the cap. Also in that scrum, our light tank died. I turn around at first, but I have Scuba and Scott going back, so I'm going to actually stay put. Good lights here. That guy must have been behind the tank. Just a little bit. Get him that time. So we have me and Minnie fighting the guys on the 2 line, and I have 2 tanks going back to take care of Cap. Scuba's apparently going to snipe the Cap, and we send Scott Mitch to go in as far as he can. We have basically 2 on 3 and 2 on 1. So Minnie and I shouldn't really be pushing here. Anyway, get a couple shots on the KV2. Somehow missed that one. Minnie fires, and once he fires, he gets spotted.
Ready to fire.
I want to take out this one shot. Can't believe I bounced the first shot and I got KV2 because of it. So I guess that was an error on my part. It would have been worth it if I could have taken out the 3045. So both me and Minnie died on that one line, and we have Scuba and Sky here chasing the 12T. Honestly, here the 12T tries to go up the hill. He'd have been better served staying down low and running along the rails. He would have been able to. He would have been faster and would have been able to weave possibly out of our way. You see Scuba get some sniping shots in. Scott misses a couple, but Scuba's got him. Going uphill, he slows down a lot, gives us a better target. Like I said, he could have been running along the rail line, would have possibly been better served. And we get our tanks to the other side of the hill, knowing where the 3045 and the 2 KV2s are. Object here now is we're okay. We're not in great shape, but we're okay. We have decent health. We know they're a little beat up. We know that 3045 is a one shot, and one of the KV2s is at least half. Told Scott he could go into this little dip here. Possibly not there in the bush, although that's a decent play because the KV2s are blind. 3045 gets proxy. No, he didn't go. He actually got spotted by Scott or Scuba there. So that was a good play on the 3045s. He's going to move up here to try to spot us, to keep us away from those KV2s that are on cap, or to, as we poke over to spot us, to shoot the KV2s if or when they get on cap. I tell Scott he should be okay getting down in this little dip here, stay behind the hill so the KV2s can't shoot him. He gets lit crossing. That's probably the 3045. But it's a really hard shot for the other 34, and the KV2s can't get him. So we're going to send Scuba up on our side of the rail to try to proxy the 34. There's the 34. Scott doesn't have a shot. Things play out for a little bit here. Scuba starts coming back. So that 34, he should know where Scott is, so I'm surprised what happens, but it looks like he tries to chase Scuba a bit here. Maybe it's not here, it might be shortly in the deck. He crosses the hill, and I don't know really what he was thinking, because he knew where Scott was, or where Scott was last seen, so I would call that a bit of a mistake. And up until then, he had played a good game. Being where he was nice. So here Scott gets a reset. So right now we're looking at the clock, 43-42. It's a draw right now. They can't actually win by capping, and it's very difficult for us to get shots on them. And a KV-2 fired. Take some aim shots, finish off that one. The other KV-2 fired, and now we both our tanks have free shots on this KV-2 here. And partially because they both fired, we took out that 34 early, we were able to finish off the KV-2s with 10 seconds remaining. That was a well-played game. It's very difficult for me, and I guess for some of my clan members, to be as patient as we were. Patience is what won that game for us. Being that they had a little higher rating than us, they needed to be a little more aggressive. Anyways, for us, it would definitely more than hurt us. So now we have Redshire. It's the same plan. They switched out their heavy tanks. They have all mediums. One fast medium in the Cromwell, fast medium in the Skoda. Yeah, SRV is not too bad either. So they're probably a little faster than us. And that same 12T again to face off against Slappy. We get a little aggressive here. Slappy gets all that way and doesn't get spotted. We haven't been spotted here on the hill yet. Until Alien managed to get spotted. They tee off on him. He tells us he got shot by the 12T. Slappy's going to go look for him. And there he is. At this point, we're thinking that since we haven't been spotted, that they're on that side of the map. I send our castle guys on forward to try to get into the corner. Now, keeping in mind, because we're on TeamSpeak, we're communicating, we're telling each other we're not spotted, nobody's seeing us. We have shots on this, we have shots on that. SRV's in the river, so we don't really have a shot on him right now. 12T took off to parts unknown. Slappy was staying put until he got shot back because he fired and he gets out of there. I think the guys in the corner were getting some shots at this point. So we know where a good number of their tanks are. We're going to push up. We kind of have them in a crossfire. We have guys in the corner. We have guys up here. And I'm ineffective in this position. And I think one of the other guys that's with me also ineffective in this position, so I'm going to pull up.
Critical hit.
Get some shots on this 30-45 that came out a little too far and got spotted. That was nice. See those side shots on the 30-45. I got a critical hit and a bounce. I barely have a sliver of a shot at the SRV, and I managed to full pen him. Go figure, right? Again, I said I wasn't able to be effective where I was. I think I start pulling up here shortly. Slappy moves in and gets some spots in. Not quite enough gun depression here to get this guy. The 34 back me again. And as soon as I can, I let the guys know there's 30-45 back there. We'll see me click the map shortly. Meanwhile, our guys in the back are still pushing up and sniping where they can. And we're up by 2 tanks. This SRV is just about dead. And we're up by 3 tanks. So they still have 4 tanks. We know where the 12T is. We suspect where one of the 34-85s is. The 12T's in the riverbed. Our guys are going to push up and maybe get on cap and draw them out for us.
Enemy armor is hit.
At this point, our 34-85 that's all the way in the back there, he should be pulling up with us. I don't remember who that was.
Penetration.
This guy gets lit and gets eliminated, and they're down to 2 tanks. At this point, it's worth noting that one of those 2 tanks left is Indiana Dell. He happens to be an old clanmate of ours. So as such, we don't want anybody to get killed by him. And we'd love to kill him in return. Nothing personal, just that he's an ex-clanmate. And the 3045 gets lit. I pull up here to try to get side shots on him. Nice house in the way, and Delmore is coming, and he starts putting shots into me. We really don't want to die to him. And everybody unloads on him because he's visible, and now we're all going to turn the last guy. So yeah, I died, but that was a good game. We had fun. Actually, we had fun on all but that first match that we played against NOBA. They were well-fought matches. Now we have Airfield against A4B. Another high clan rating, and higher than us, tier 6 strongholds rating. And Scott Mitch is calling this one, and he calls for the light tank to do the middle run. Mostly everybody else to get a couple in the sniper section there, and face off at the hill. We're going to leave 1 tank back, that's me, with the artillery, not all the way back, but a little bit back in case they cross over on the left line. And this is mostly, doesn't want, because I have the artillery, we don't want me brawling and dying quick and not being able to use it. And Slappy pokes the hill. I can't believe he spotted that 3045 way back there. They had a couple tanks to get by. That 34 was way slow, I guess. And I start sneaking up over here, see if I can get other angles to make sure that I'm going to be able to support them if these guys come pushing over at us. Snipers get a couple shots into the Type 64. You see Slappy's pretty aggressive. He's on their side of the hill. He suspects, like we all do, that all their tanks are up here on at this brawling area with us. 12T goes down, or I'm sorry, Type 64 goes down. I'd love to get a RD shot on this cluster of tanks over here. Nothing's lit right this second. Now Scott calls for Slappy to circle around to see if he can get some back shots on him. I like the Cromwell. That probably would have been a good shot for me right there. It's a Cromwell. It's not as worth it. This guy's much more worth it, but if you look, there's an awful lot of rock in the way here. I let it fly on him anyways. And oh, lo and behold, we got him. So now we're up by 2 tanks. Slappy's running free in their backfield. I think Scott says that he can go ahead and step on the cap to confuse them. My job with the RD is done, so I'm going to move up and see if I can support my guys. And I think that's the end of the range for me. I bounce, he doesn't bounce. I tell Alien that he's pre-aimed on me. Scott was a little worried about tanks out there. I told him, I said, I have that lit, there's nobody out there. And then we decide, Slappy gets on, and we decide to push over, and then there we go, Slappy's on the cap. Mungs, Alien, and I are all gathered up together. The top side's all gathered up together, and in we go. Alien gets a shot in. I guess we didn't go in quite as quickly as we wanted. The guys up top went, and now we're going to go. I thought this guy was going to poke, so I held off for a second. Mungs pokes out, gets a shot in. Alien there. Our tanks just evaporate in front of us. Focus fire was absolutely awesome in that game. And the majority of that battle took place in about 30 seconds. And we're finishing off this one, and then one more Cromwell we can finish off. Scott actually said he didn't think it would go as well as it did. He was amazed at how quickly we took them out, and that's what the fire was for you, the lowest health tank. And now we have one more really fast one against RH, another really good clan rating and better than us strongholds rating. And we're going to send our Brett Panther, which is pretty much a sniper tank, and one 30-485 out wide. The rest of the 30-45s are going to be on the inside of the hill, and send Slappy to do this thing in the middle. I sped it up here a little bit. You guys want to see us getting in position, and this battle goes really quickly anyways. So Slappy sees the light tank, chases them off. Don't know if he put one into him or not, but light tank didn't want to hang out and get shot on a hill. Mungs pokes the bush here. Somebody, I don't know if it's our guys that were wide or if it was Mungs, spotted these guys coming around. And the guys that are wide get a shot or two in. And they all push right into the middle there. And actually, we make a mistake here that ends up working for us, but we do make a mistake here. So, Mini pushes up. They're coming around on this side. Mungs decides to go with him. That leaves me and Alien over here on our own. So, if they had picked to come around on this side, meanwhile Slappy's getting shot on the side, so was able to chase off the 64. If they pushed me and Alien here, they would have been well served. I don't think they realized it. They're also going to try to get an RD off right in the middle of them. But because we were separated, we were susceptible here. They didn't take advantage of that. And they just sit in this little donut getting pushed off from both sides. At this point, they're trying to push the guys in the middle, but our two from that went wide are in the back now, so they don't really have numbers. And you see just pushing off the low health tank. Slappy's still facing off with the Type, and finally got involved. People were probably bitching about getting shot by the T-37 in the field. Overall, it was a really good night. You guys played well. The calls went our way, even though that last one, like I said, could have gone another way if they'd chosen a direction. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all the views I get. I love doing this. I love Tier 6 skirmishes. It's what I got into the game for. Watching the professionals play the 7v7 format with the strategy and the tactics involved. You can depend on your teammates, hopefully, and sometimes even the enemy's predictable. I love sharing it with you guys. I hope that my insights have helped your game somewhat, or helped your strategies or your tactics. I hope it doesn't help you against us, but I hope it helps you overall. And again, thank you for watching, and see you on the battlefield.